welcome to the Small Time Critics. I am Mark, and we are at the BFI Film Festival. And with me, we have
Hashi.
Kim.
Yeah.
And you have to forgive us. I have only got the one mic with us, so me and Kim are going to share the mic. But as Hash has been here the most, with an amazing 20 films. 22, I apologise. 22 films out of the 77 offering.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Hash. What are your highlights? Actually, no, let's start with the highlights. Let's go with the films that you've seen, and then we go with the highlights, because you've got a ton of stuff.
So, being here at the London Film Festival, obviously this is our first one. I think it's not our first festival. We've obviously been to Sundance, which is fantastic.
And just our first one being accredited.
Yes.
To the BFI. So thanks for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah. So I think I've seen, goodness me, I've seen so many. I've seen Killers of the Flower Moon. I've seen Poor Things, The Boy and the Heron, The Killer, Priscilla, The Zone of Interest, Saltburn, Foe, Hitman, Fallen Leaves, Maestro, The Holdovers, Royal Hotel, Bike Riders, Evil Does Not Exist, Cobweb, Do Not Expect Too Much from the World, The End We Start From, The Book of Clarence, Ken's favorite, Cool Man, The Pigeon Tunnel, and today's movie, The Kitchen.
Wow.
Yes.
That's seriously impressive.
That's what I was going to say as well.
We have to just let our viewers know that the films actually start at 8:30 in the morning and 8 in the morning. So so Hash has been here at 8. Actually, are we allowed to say that for your work? Can we say that? He's been working too, very, very hard. That's very, very impressive. So what's your highlights out of all those 22? What would be your, say, top 5 out of the BFI?
Killers of the Flower Moon is the number one.
I saw that as well.
Yes.
That was, I'd say for a 3.5 hour long film, didn't feel like 3.5 hours. It was such a good story.
Not at all. The Killer, obviously.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Another great film. Another great film. I was lucky. I mean, I've seen 4 or 5. Yeah. And I haven't seen a bad film.
You've only seen great films.
Yes.
I've supported you. I've brought you to the best ones. And I wanted to do it for you, Cam.
Take credit. He wants to take credit for it.
He can take the credit. I mean, I was resisting at least the Killers of the Flower Moon. I did not want to see it, but I'm so glad.
That's a testament to how great a movie is. And we'll get into it a bit later on. The other one, obviously, The Killer. We already spoke about that. Another one which really surprised me at how good it was Hitman, which was a pre-festival stuff.
Yeah.
Is Hitman, does it have any relation to the actual game?
No. Okay. No relationship whatsoever. It's a Richard Linklater movie, and it was hilarious. It was one of the best times. Obviously, we watched that movie at 8:30 in the morning, and we had press and industry laughing their heads off. So it was that good a movie. It's going to come out on Netflix, by the way. So when it comes out, obviously, we're going to do a full review then. But yeah, those are kind of the ones I enjoyed. Obviously, I also enjoyed The Book of Clarence, Maestro, The Holdovers, The Bike Riders, which is one I watched.
Yeah, another good film. Yeah, it's a great film.
And yeah, it's generally just been a fantastic festival. And I have to shout out The Zone of Interest by Jonathan Glazer, and I thought an incredible film, which I'll get into a bit later on. But yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, so let's start with Killers of the Flower Moon. Why not? Let's start with the big one, and that the first. I think that was my third film that I saw with you.
Yes.
And I tell you what, for such a long film, it's such a great story, and I know I always mock you for saying this, but the cinematography in it and the sound was just top notch. I mean, you could quite happily sit there and just not feel tired after 3.5 hours. And we saw it at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. We saw that one.
Saturday morning, and we were here at 6:50.
Yes.
To queue up and get on.
No, we were here at 6:30.
6:30. Yes. Wow.
So 6:30. So we were here early to try and get that. So.
And it was worth it. It was worth it.
It was worth it. Totally worth it.
So, Killers of the Flower Moon. Obviously, I didn't watch it. I will watch it when it does come out on Apple.
No, it's coming out on the 20th of December.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's next Friday.
Yep.
So when that comes out, I'll give it a watch. I'll understand references, what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
But I do anticipate. Please don't do any spoilers, you two.
Yeah.
One question which has been floating around for weeks now. There was a statement saying, "Is this Leo's best performance?"
Interesting question. I would say it's up there, but I think personally for me, what he did in Shutter Island, what he did in Wolf of Wall Street, what he did in The Revenant, and also Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I thought are a bit above this. This is a fantastic performance. And I think a little known fact is Leo actually changed roles. He was meant to play a different character in the movie,
Okay.
which I've already told Mark about. And I don't want to really ruin for you.
Yeah.
And he said no to Martin Scorsese and said, I want to play this character instead.
Yeah.
It's more interesting for me.
Okay.
And for me, I think to not spoil the movie for you and the rest of the audience haven't seen it as of yet, I read the book, I think a year after it was announced that Martin Scorsese, DiCaprio and De Niro were attached. And I haven't seen a movie that was so connected and did such a great job in terms of like capturing the main kind of conflict in the movie, like how horrible certain characters are.
Okay.
And the humanity of other characters. And
Okay.
it was incredible.
Without giving too much.
Without giving too much away. And I think Eric Roth, who's one of the great screenwriters out there, co-wrote this Martin Scorsese, and they just hit it out of the park.
Cool.
An amazing watch.
Fair
and something
enough.
that's a vital movie this year. Vital movie to watch.
Okay. My other question, I think, last question pertaining to sort of Killers of the Flower Moon is, how does this rank up against Oppenheimer?
For me, Kem, and I've told everyone who listened here at the festival that this is my favorite movie of the year. Yeah, I know.
Oppenheimer.
And even though Oppenheimer, again, people have been shouting at me recency bias and stuff like that.
Could be.
But it's one of those ones that I'm going to watch it again next Friday.
Okay.
And I've already watched Oppenheimer 3 times already. So, and I've loved every single viewing I've had of it. But this movie, because of the subject matter, obviously the subject matter of Oppenheimer was very, very important, very, very heavy.
And profound.
And profound as well. But this is equally profound. And the human element.
Okay. Don't go too much, because it sounds like you're looking at me like you want to spoil it. Do not spoil it.
No, I don't want to spoil it.
Thank you very much. Another one I could talk about, obviously both of you lot. The Kitchen.
Yes.
The Kitchen.
Which you saw today.
Yeah, which I saw today. So obviously I was a part of it. I can discuss it. I actually want to know what you lot thought of The Kitchen. You
go first, Mark.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying it was a bad film, and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but I think what like Hash always says, the payoff or
set up payoff,
and there was a massive load of setup, but there was no big payoff, and it was a shame because they built up such a lovely world, this big futuristic London world, which we didn't really get to explore. And there was no real reason for them to be in that kind of futuristic setting, which was a shame. And they could have used it a bit more. But you know, the actors and Kano and the young guy who played, I won't spoil it. The young guy who played the young guy in it, I can't remember his name.
The child actor, yeah.
The child actor. You know, they did their parts really well. But it's just, it was. I think for me, it was just okay. I think I might have missed the point of the film. It wasn't boring, and it was a good watch. But it's not something I would probably want to watch again.
I think, Mark, you actually summarized it really well earlier on today when you said the story of the movie could have been put into any other world kind of thing. Like the world building, the kind of like the aesthetic, the production design was outstanding, incredible, honestly. And also the direction was incredible. I think the opening scene, I caught the end of it, unfortunately, because I came in like a couple minutes late. But from what I saw, it was really, really dynamic and stuff like that. Yeah. And the direction was very, very clear in regards to kind of a visual storytelling. I think Kebwe Tavares and Daniel Kaluuya, an incredible actor, we saw one time right there.
I don't think you pointing does anything for the audience.
No,
but
it doesn't do anything.
It's fine.
But again, I think that was
it was him.
But anyway.
Sorry, where was he? Huh? Where was he?
But I think as a director debut for Daniel Kaluuya, really fantastic. Yeah. Really, really measured, assured directing. I'm assuming he's going to do that more often and stuff like that. I'm hoping he has like a Denzel kind of career.
I think for Daniel Kaluuya, with that being your sort of directorial debut, I think he should give himself a pat on the back. One other question. Kano, his performance, is that another Top Boy performance?
Interesting. You said this earlier. I have to disagree because I thought he did a couple of things different to that. And you also made a good point upstairs saying that if it wasn't as close to Top Boy, would you be saying this?
Yeah.
And I would say no.
Okay.
Hence the reason why I think his performance is very good in this.
Yeah.
He showed me some stuff that you hadn't shown me in Top Boy. So,
okay.
So again, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that from him.
And
I'm the guy that's been on record saying that Kano can be an actor in so many different movies.
Mhm.
He could have a wonderful career being like a great detective in
Yeah.
like a TV show or any kind of sort of character. So look at his vocation in this movie.
Yeah.
He was like working in the funeral homes.
Yeah.
So, again,
last question regarding this movie. Do you, a point Mark made? I think more to you. Could they have done this in present time?
Yes. I think if you'd have taken this story and taken it out of that futuristic world that they made, you could have put it in today's world. Or it doesn't have to be in London. It could have been anywhere, but London. It could have been on any council estate, any council estate where they wanted someone's land, and they could have put that storyline in there, and it still would have fitted. So it's a shame that they didn't use the world that they created, and it's such a shame they created such a world.
Incredible world.
It was just amazing, and I think it was on a low budget, but you wouldn't be able to tell, and it was such a good.
I love the motorbikes, everything about it. Was incredible.
Even the sound design.
Was
fantastic.
Outstanding.
It's just,
and the score.
It's just a shame. It was just a shame.
Yeah, I think definitely for me a good movie, but not perfect.
Sorry to jump. There is one question that has been burning me. I need to ask because I know he's itching. Let Mark cook. Chicken Run.
Yes, the world premiere of Chicken Run 2, the film that I've been waiting 2 weeks to see, and I finally got to see it yesterday. I got there because you went to see Poor Things, and I chose the slightly immature route, as you could probably see. But it was such, it was up there with the first one. I'm going to say yes, it's probably even up on par with the first one because we were all laughing in that film, and it was just like about 30 grown adults. We were all laughing. It was just, I absolutely loved it. And it was just hilarious.
Is it stop motion?
Yeah, stop motion.
Stop motion. Yeah,
I don't know if it's pure stop motion like it was for the first time round. Because I think interesting fact for you, in the first one, every single chicken, when they all line them up, has a different facial expression per cut. So they have to then change every single chicken face. That's why it took so long. But I don't know if they did it with this one. I have to give it a bit of research. If they did, brilliant job.
Incredible.
There was no CGI at all.
There were elements of CGI in the first one, a bit like when they did the Wallace and Gromit film. Certain aspects, when they got like the floating rabbits, you obviously got CGI there, but I don't know how much CGI they've used in this film. I'm hoping hardly any, because I know Nick Park was the producer; he wasn't the director for this one.
Yes.
But I absolutely loved it, and it was just a great film. I can't wait to take my son to see it. It's going to be, I can't wait to see it again. To be honest, I will probably buy it on 4K.
Oh, 4K.
I definitely will buy it. We'll definitely be buying this one. I can't wait to see it again.
Mark, while you have the mic, the Bike Riders.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
That was the first movie
First movie we went to see on a couple of weeks ago now. The first Thursday I came, but it was another 8:30 morning start. So it was another one of those kind of, I like to call them a Hashi film, because it's one of those, it's not a kind of film that I would usually see.
Yes.
As you can probably see how excited I get with Chicken Run. But I absolutely loved it. I thought it was such a great story. Even the sound with the motorbikes, the old style motorbikes, everything down from the motorbikes to the cars, the way they dressed.
The cinematography, stuff they did at night time, in low light, it's incredible.
Absolutely unreal. Even if it was just the simple stuff, when they were just standing around that canister on fire when they beat up that guy.
Yeah.
Even that was just all in dark, and it was just beautifully shot. And even Tom Hardy and his funny accent, I just thought it just fitted the big guy. I just absolutely loved it.
It's perfect.
Brilliant. What did you think? I mean,
I really enjoyed it. I thought going into it, I was a bit worried because it has such a weak premise. Because basically, it's the director basically saw a photography book, pictures of bike riders, and said, "I'm gonna make a movie out of this." That was it, just out of pictures, and it developed a wrote a script, and then that's the movie we got. And I would say it's like a great vibes movie kind of thing, and. Again, performances were very good considering what they had, what they had to mind. I thought Jodie Comer was very good. Jodie Comer was in this. Her Chicago accent, many people don't like it. I thought it was very good. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I thought it was a great movie and a great one to ease Mark into the festival.
Cool. And I think that's
great. It's a great festival
Yeah.
film.
Yes.
great, and it's a great segue into my next question, and I think the last question is overall the BFI festival.
Before we get there, we need to talk about the killer, Michael Fassbender.
Have we not? Oh, yeah, we could.
There's so many other stuff.
Yeah,
but I'll do a quick round.
We could do a quick round, but we don't want to sort of stay tuned because we want to actually chop this up in the studio as well. But yeah, talk to me about the killer. Is it the killers? Yeah,
The killer.
the killer.
Killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at anything pertaining to the killer, so I don't know the premise. Don't know anything. So, do you want to give me a little heads up?
So basically, a contract killer
Mhm.
gets a job wrong, and it's basically the fallout from that.
Okay.
And again, really great film. There was a narration by Fassbender throughout the movie.
Mm.
It worked for some people, didn't work for others. It worked for me. What about you, Mark?
Worked perfectly for me. I thought it was brilliant, and the way he did it is just perfectly done.
This is a typical. The best way I can describe this is a typical David Fincher film.
Okay.
Wonderfully directed. Everything is meticulous. Everything is precise, and it's exploration into perfection. And that's what David Fincher is.
Based on what you're saying, so even though it's a Fassbender is Fassbender. I could say it like 10 times.
Yeah.
But if the sort of props that you're giving to the director, could this have been done just as good without Fassbender?
I think maybe another actor could have been put into it. I think Fassbender played it very reserved.
Okay, but did it need to be played reserved?
It did at times, but
Okay.
I think obviously someone whose character's pursuit was perfection,
Mhm.
and throughout the film he started kind of like succumbing to his emotions, stuff like that, without
Okay.
giving too much away.
Yeah.
And then it proceeds to kind of go on from there. Again,
Sure.
a great film which will be out on Netflix very soon, and we'll obviously do a full review then.
Sure, yeah. Cool.
There's a couple more, and obviously there's ones where I won't go into it too much because I think not a lot of people will see it, but I just want to kind of comment on it because again, it's been part of my festival experience.
Okay, just run them off.
So I think The Zone of Interest,
Okay.
Jonathan Glazer film, I think will probably most likely win a load of Oscars.
Mhm.
A really great work about kind of World War II
Mhm.
and the atrocities that happened then. I don't want to give away too much because, guys, once you see it, you will not believe the context and the way they go into the story.
Okay.
And I cannot wait to see your reaction. Saltburn, Emerald Fennell's second feature after Promising Young Woman a couple of years back. I liked her first film. Wasn't really a fan of this one. I have real problems with the story and the way it kind of ended, and I'll be really interested to see what you guys say once it comes out. Foe by Gareth Davis with Paul Mescal and Saoirse Ronan. Guys, I really did not like this. This was a really, really bad movie.
Okay.
Not in the sense of their performances. Their performances were fantastic. There's a new great up-and-coming actor that was in it, Anton Pierre. Great performance, but the story didn't make sense at certain parts, and the reveal that they thought was smart and clever wasn't at all.
Okay.
And then they spoon-fed it to us at the end,
Mhm.
so we knew exactly what had happened.
Yeah, so it kind of defeated the whole purpose.
Exactly. Priscilla, so Sofia Coppola. Sofia Coppola is a director I love. Lost in Translation. Again, this movie looked fantastic, looked beautiful, but didn't have much substance.
Okay.
And the end was a bit lacking for me. Hitman, Richard Linklater.
I'm gutted I missed this one.
Outstanding movie. I thought you guys would love it. I was thinking of you guys and Mo laughing your heads off in cinema watching this.
Fair.
So I cannot wait to watch that. It's going to be out in cinemas for, I think, limited release and then on Netflix. Maestro, Bradley Cooper.
Mhm. Yeah, I heard good things
Again.
about that.
Really good in regards to direction. He is so incredible. Like, to be able to write, direct, and act in the same thing,
Mhm.
so difficult. He's really, really perfected it since Star is Born. A really great work. Again, similar thing to a lot of films this festival. Looks amazing, directed well, but sometimes the score was a bit too overwhelming for the movie.
Yeah.
And at the end, I didn't know what Bradley Cooper was saying
Okay.
about Leonard Bernstein.
Okay, don't ruin it
So,
for us. Don't ruin it for us.
Again, you will kind of watch it and understand.
Yeah.
Again, great kind of like scenes and rooms, stuff like that. You guys will enjoy.
Okay.
Ash,
we're not going to go through the whole thing though, man.
No, again, the Boy in the Heron, Hayao Miyazaki, incredible film. I think just to add to the wonderful catalogue of
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli. Great movie. I think some people thought it was a bit meandering and stuff like that. Not me. Thought it was fantastic. Evil does not exist. Masuki Hamaguchi, after the great movie Drive My Car. I don't know if you guys caught that one.
No.
Again, a really great work. And this is a really interesting movie with a very, very like difficult ending in regards to the fact that it's so open-ended and it creates so much conversation because you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
And I'm still struggling to kind of articulate to people that have seen it as well,
Yeah.
what the ending meant. kind of
Okay.
thing. So I'm really interested to see what you guys think about that. There was a couple of other films I've watched that I don't really want to mention.
Yeah, we could.
I don't have anything good to say.
Okay.
But there's one that I will say that I did not like, but I appreciate the swing that was took, and that was Chris Pine with Poor Man.
Yeah.
Poor Man was movies all over the place. It was referencing loads of great classic movies, but I felt like the story went in two different directions. The performances from different actors felt like they were in different movies, but at the same time, it was really funny, especially towards the end. I was laughing out loud. So I don't know what that says about the movie. So it's a bit weird one. So again, when I watch it again with you guys, it'll be interesting to see how we land there.
Sure.
And I think The Holdovers, Paul Giamatti, and Alexander Payne. Incredible movie after again, Nebraska, Sideways, Downsizing. I really, really enjoyed this movie. This is in the top 5 Holdovers.
Wow.
And it will win, I guarantee you, it will win an Oscar for screenwriting. It will screenplay. It will win Oscars. It will be nominated for Best Director. It will be nominated for Best Picture. Such a great family movie. And I guarantee you, if you do not like this, then wow. Like, there's something wrong with you, man. Because, like, if you have a heart and 2 eyes, you can't help but not love this movie.
Sure.
Honestly, without a shadow of a doubt.
Sure.
You will love it. And to come towards the end, I will say The Royal Hotel from Kitty Green after The Assistant. Again, great first debut. This one was a great thriller, but I felt was missing certain aspects for me. Again, I need to watch it again because so many people loved it, and I felt a bit cold towards it. So I don't know, maybe it was because I watched it at 8 a.m. and I was feeling a bit ill that day. I don't know if it was that. So I'll give it another go. The End We Start From with Jodie Comer. Really great movie. Really, really great movie. Again, close to home in regards to kind of stuff I work on, like in the day job and stuff like that as an engineer. And a real great climate change movie. I thought it had a really great message about family and hope, and and working to survive in the human spirit. So, and that's from first time director Mahalia Bello, and again, that's a fantastic debut. And I can't wait to see what else she does.
Sure.
And for me, I'll talk about the Book of Clarence. Kem, relax. Book of Clarence.
Kem.
From James Samuel. I thought was a fantastic film, and again, really funny. Had a well directed. Fun fact: James Samuel composed the music for this film as well. I was writing and directing it. Ken, obviously, this is one you wanted to watch, and I can't wait to watch it with you when it's out in cinemas. A great movie, fantastic movie, and I just can't wait to see it again. It was just a real highlight, a real laugh out loud moments, and just a great message between duality between believing in something and not believing in something. And I thought where it landed at the end was really smart and that was really well done. And again, a great movie. And The Pigeon Tunnel, the only documentary I watched.
What?
Pigeon Tunnel. Do you know John le Carré, the great, what do you call it, spy and mystery novel writer?
Yeah.
It was a documentary about him and his life by the great documentary filmmaker Errol Morris. Outstanding film. Really enjoyed it. Very short, sweet, and we learned a lot about the man. I was surprised at how much we learned about him and his relationship with his father and his mother. It's an incredible movie. I really, really enjoyed it, and I was surprised at how good it was and how much it really captivated me. Just being a documentary, and it did something which I liked that documentaries are doing now in the last 20 years, they do reconstructions inside the movie of actual events that happened in real life. So there's actors playing the actual events that he's describing in the movie. So again, it was really, really great, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. And I think, again, I'm going to leave it there because there's other movies I watched and I just didn't really connect with me, and I don't feel like, if you don't have anything good to say, then same thing. So I'll end it there.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I think that kind of encapsulate the feeling of BFI, the film festival.
LFF, London Film Festival.
LFF.
Let's get it right.
I apologize. LFF. Yeah, I just got a bit excited there. No, all jokes aside. Again, I haven't done as much as Hash or Mark, but the vibe since I've been here has been incredible. Met a few people, some new up and coming directors, and some social media sort of people, guys who knows how to navigate the industry. We got a bit of advice from them, so hopefully we're going to take that on board and use that and sort of make it work and maybe collab with some of these people moving forward. But yeah, like I said, overall for me, I really enjoyed this. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. Same. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And next year we're gonna hopefully. I think we did a lot of great organisation this year, but I think next year's gonna be even better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and that's our LFF.
Yep.
LFF BFI Film Festival.
You need some sleep, man.
I know. We got here very early. Got up at 4:00 to be here. Yeah, and well, hopefully we'll see you guys again. And if there's anything that we've missed, please let us know in the comments. And if there's anything you want to know, and we would we'll bring it up in our sort of studio recording, and yeah, we'll talk about it again. We're trying to sort of boost our numbers. Like, comment. I've got it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, listen, if you want to do it,
Where's
do
Mo? Where's Mo?
Exactly. Anyway, guys, love, and yeah, man, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.